This is PSN News. Tonight we'll bring you more on the menorah lighting at the Zeta Beta Tau fraternity in the aftermath of its vandalism.
We also have more on a new student veteran center set to open on campus, as well as an update on the uptick in price for student football tickets. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sebastien Kraft.
And I'm Michael Sneff.
A menorah was knocked down in front of the Zeta fraternity late last Thursday. The menorah and its wiring were found damaged after the incident. Zeta Beta Tau is a Jewish majority fraternity and firmly condemned the apparent act of hatred in a statement. The fraternity is collaborating with State College police to find the culprit. No suspects have been found or detained as of yet.
Those planning on buying football season tickets for next season may find themselves spending more green to support the blue and white. The university has announced plans to increase the price of public season tickets and single-day parking for the 2019 football season. According to the athletics department via press release, season tickets will cost $434, a $14 increase from this past season, and single-day parking will cost $25, a $5 increase. These price adjustments come only a year after the $35 increase from the 2017 to 2018 seasons.
A new student veteran center worth over $2 million is coming to Penn State. The Rittner building will soon be reconverted into the home of the military community on campus. The new center will house both the Office of Veterans Programs and the Office of Veterans Affairs and Services. Study space will also be added for ROTC members and other student veterans. University President Eric Barron has strongly supported the project in the past. The Student Veteran Center will likely be ready for use in the fall of 2019.
A State College man has been charged for strangling and attacking his girlfriend. The victim reported that Todd Irvin Jr., 31, had assaulted her at approximately 12:36 a.m. last Thursday night, resulting in injuries to her head, neck, and back. Irvin admitted to authorities that he had choked her for, quote, 45 seconds at most, according to court documents. Irvin is facing charges of strangulation, simple assault, and harassment, and has a preliminary hearing scheduled for December 5th.
Stay tuned, because after the break, Natalie Graham will bring you the latest in entertainment news.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Natalie Graham with your entertainment update. Pop sensation Jesse McCartney came to Penn State last Friday to perform. The show took place around 7 p.m. in Alumni Hall at the Hub Robinson Center. People lined up outside as early as 1 p.m. that afternoon to make sure they could get into the venue. He started the show with his popular single, She's No You, while using a drum pad. Around halfway through, McCartney brought one lucky fan on stage to serenade a cover of The Stupid Things by Robin Thicke and held the fan's hand and danced with her. The rest of the show was filled with old hits such as Beautiful Soul and new singles such as Wasted. Many fans agreed that they were fulfilling some childhood dreams of theirs. With finals coming right around the corner, many students are looking for ways to take a small break from studying. On November 28th, the Penn State Student Programming Association Special Events Committee brought comedian Jay Farrow, who allowed students to laugh and relax for free at the Hub Robinson Center in Alumni Hall. Many students recognize Farrow from Saturday Night Live for his popular roles and impressions of Barack Obama and Kanye West. He showcased his on-the-toes comedic style by making sure to interact with the audience by picking on certain people and allowing them to reply as well. Ariana Grande's Thank You Next video was released on November 30th, breaking YouTube and Vevo's 24-hour record. The music video reached a total of 47 million views in just 24 hours, passing the previous record holders, BTS, whose Idol video, which only reached 45 million views. Grande's video may have been so popular for her references and recreations of famous movie classics such as Mean Girls, Bring It On, 13 Going on 30, and Legally Blonde. The video, directed by Hannah Lux Davis, featured celebrity cameos from Kris Jenner, Troye Sivan, Jonathan Bennett, and many more. The song also references her past breakups with Mac Miller, Big Sean, Ricky Alvarez, and most recent SNL cast member Pete Davidson. That's your entertainment update. Stay tuned because after the break, Haley Curtis has the latest in sports.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Haley Curtis with your sports update. For the 16th straight season, Penn State's women's volleyball has reached the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. This weekend, they began their run for an 8th national championship in dominating fashion, sweeping both Howard and Syracuse University in the opening rounds. Redshirt junior Tori Gorel, filling in for an injured Serena Gray at middle blocker, tallied 16 kills between the two contests, including a season-high 11 against Syracuse Saturday night. On Friday, the Nittany Lions traveled to Stanford, California to play the Washington Huskies with a chance to advance to the Elite Eight. Penn State men's basketball lost their Big Ten opener against Maryland on Saturday afternoon. Despite holding a second-half lead, the Nittany Lions fell to the Terrapins 66-59. Starters Josh Reeves and Lamar Stevens shot just 4 for 16 from the field after halftime. Freshman Rasir Bolton provided a bright spot for the blue and white, scoring 15 points and converting on all 4 of his free throws. Penn State will play Indiana at the BJC in their home conference opener Tuesday night. The college football regular season concluded Saturday night with a championship weekend. The SEC, Big Ten, Big 12, and ACC all played their championship games on Saturday, surrounded by playoff intrigue. In the SEC, Alabama outlasted Georgia 35-28 hours after the Oklahoma Sooners claimed the Big 12 championship by beating Texas 39-27. Heavy favorites Ohio State and Clemson also won their respective conferences in dominating fashion. On Sunday afternoon, it was announced that Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Oklahoma will compete in the college football playoff in January. Meanwhile, Penn State will travel to Orlando to play the University of Kentucky in the Citrus Bowl. That was your sports update. We'll have a special interview with a Healthy Penn State ambassador and HealthWorks representative to talk about events planned to help students de-stress during finals week. Stay tuned.
Hello, and welcome back to PSN News. Tonight, we have Healthy Penn State Ambassador Bailey Roby and HealthWorks Representative Megan Field to talk about some of the de-stress events going on for Finals Week. Thanks for being with us tonight, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, so I guess we'll just start out. Can each of you tell a little bit about yourself and what your positions entail and what you guys are doing for this semester?
Yeah, well, I'm Megan. I'm a junior studying biobehavioral health in the College of Health and Human Development, and basically HealthWorks students are students who are passionate about health and wellness. So in order to become a HealthWorks peer mentor, you have to go through an application process. This year our applications are going to be due in January for any students who are interested, and then in the spring you take, in the fall you take a 3-credit course, and from there on out every subsequent semester you get 1 credit through doing different outreach events. Like for example, in the hub we do the Access to Protection table, which is free condoms and whatnot that we give out, and we have different initiatives going on.
Awesome. How about you?
Yeah, so I'm Bailey. I'm an ambassador for Healthy Penn State. And so we're basically a student-run initiative that encourages a healthy lifestyle on campus. So we talk about things like sleep, physical activity, nutrition, alcohol safety, and we basically try to make students as aware as they can be of the resources that they have available to them.
Awesome. Okay, so what are some events you guys have planned for this upcoming week of finals?
All right, so I have the dates right here.
Awesome.
So tomorrow from 5:15 to 6:15 in 20 IM, which is the Wellness Suite in the IM building, we're going to have some relaxation meditation. So that's a great way to de-stress, kind of free your mind, take a nice little study break. And then the day after that, on December 5th, from 5 to 6 in the same location in the basement of IM, we're going to have stress relief through art. So come out, paint, draw,
Awesome.
Relieve your stress. And then the following day on December 6th from 5:15 to 6:15 in the same location, we're going to have printmaking and trail mix, which should be fun.
So why do you guys think it's so important to have these kinds of events during finals week for students to de-stress? And I guess I'll turn that to you.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I think it's really important for students to just have an outlet during this time because they're so involved with schoolwork and things like that, and that can be an easy way for people just to forget to involve like self-care into what they're doing, and I think it's really helpful for people just to like get out and do something for themselves. I think it'll help them very, very much in the long run.
Right. What do you think about that?
A lot of times students overwhelm themselves during finals week. They think, oh, I just need to get the perfect grades in order to succeed. They pull all-nighters when in reality that's definitely not going to be beneficial in the long run, even though a lot of students think that because you won't be able to retain the information and you'll definitely be tired when you're taking your finals.
Right.
So it's important to take little breaks and study in chunks.
Right. So speaking on that, what are some events that what are some things that students can do to de-stress themselves without events like this? What are some practices that students can give themselves while they're studying or while they're not studying to de-stress themselves outside of these events?
Yeah, so we definitely do on our website, Healthy Penn State. We do have a whole page that's dedicated to stress management and ways to relieve it, both by like communicating with other people on campus and just tools for yourself, which is very helpful. And we also suggest if anyone wants to come to the relaxation room that we have in the wellness suite, and also any sort of resources that are available to them on campus, whether it be like fitness classes, walking trails, really anything like that. We like to remind students that they have right there for them.
Awesome. What about you?
Well, personally, what I do, I love to study in the library, but every half hour or so I'll get up and I'll just like take a lap, you know, instead of sitting the whole time. I like to go to the gym, like if I'm studying in the hub, the white building is right there, so that can be utilized as a break. You always got to go get some food and fuel up to study as well.
Right. So what have you participated in any of these events that you guys are having before in previous semesters, and which one is your personal favorite? I'll start with you.
Okay, well actually last Thursday, one of the people in charge of us, her name is Erin Rapper, she did Pilates, and that was a lot of fun. Really hard, but a lot of fun, and it was a great way to de-stress. And we do have like a lot of fitness classes offered.
Awesome.
Which is fun.
Yeah, all of our activities are super great, whether it be like the drawing or the meditation, but I personally really liked the 8 a.m. cycling. I thought that was fun.
Interesting.
So I would definitely recommend that in the IM building. But really all the events are just so great to relieve stress and just to give you something to think about other than schoolwork and get you out there a little bit. So
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all the time we have for now. Thanks so much for joining us today. After this, we'll bring you our local weather forecast after the break.
From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good afternoon, Happy Valley. I hope you have your winter coat handy because I really do believe winter has finally arrived and is planning on sticking around. We've just kind of been stuck with these overcast and cloudy skies, not just for today, but really about the last week. And those milder temperatures that we saw yesterday, anywhere in the low to mid 50s, they've completely disappeared. And we're stuck with temperatures in the low to mid 40s today, so a 10 to 15 degree temperature difference. But with some of those windier conditions that are outside right now, feel like temperatures are actually in the mid 30s, 35 for a real feel here in State College. So a lot colder than what we saw yesterday. And like I said, those colder temperatures are planning on sticking around for the duration of the week. And we could see a few snow showers in the middle of the week, but otherwise the main story is going to be the kind of colder weather that we're going to experience here for the next couple of days. But first, let's take a look at the radar and satellite. You see a lot of clouds over pretty much the entire portion of Pennsylvania. We do have some banding here in these clouds as those clouds do pass over the ridges, and our only precipitation to look at is in the northwestern portion of the state up near Punxsutawney, Franklin, Erie, where they are seeing some snow and rain showers. We could tap into a little bit of that moisture later on this evening and overnight, so you could see a few scattered showers or snow flurries later this evening in Center County. But otherwise, not a whole lot to talk about for today with regards to precipitation. But as we do look at the future temperatures, then the winds do shift from a westerly component to more of a northwest or northerly component, dropping those temperatures for tomorrow. These are highs, folks, into the mid 30s, 34 degrees in Williamsport, 31 in Du Bois, and 28 in Bradford. So a lot colder than we have experienced for really the past week or so. And it's not going to be a whole lot better than on Wednesday morning when you wake up. Temperature's going to be in the low to mid 20s, so going to be quite chilly out there. That's why I tried to break out a short sleeve shirt for today, remind us of some of those good times when it was still sunny and warm outside. Seems like so long ago that we experienced that. But the good news is that really today I think is going to be about the last day that the heavier clouds decide to stick around. As those northerly winds do begin to move into the region, they're going to push some of those clouds off. So by tomorrow afternoon, you could see a fair amount of sun peeking through those clouds then, something we've been missing here for the past couple of days. But at least for today, we're going to be stuck with those overcast skies, unfortunately. Those breezier conditions with a high of 43 then this afternoon. And as we look then overnight, we do have that slight chance of rain or snow showers as the wind does begin to shift from the north or to the northwest, then with a low overnight somewhere in the upper 20s. And as we look towards tomorrow, hopefully we will then finally begin to see the sun as skies do begin to clear out then, but the colder temperatures really do begin to sit in and not going to get a whole lot better than as you look at the rest of your 7-day forecast here, unfortunately. You do have a few chances of snow showers then Wednesday and Thursday, but temperatures remain quite cold, right around the freezing point for the duration of the week. And next weekend, not a whole lot of sun in sight either. Generally, mostly cloudy skies. So I hope you like the cold and overcast weather because that's really what we're going to be seeing here in State College and the rest of Center County for the next 7 days. I am Ross Mimo with the Penn State Campus Weather Service. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your evening.
Welcome back. Michael Cohen is hoping to avoid prison time in New York federal court. The president's former personal lawyer is under fire for lying to Congress during his September's testimony. Cohen initially withheld information about his efforts to plan the construction of a new Trump Tower in Moscow. He communicated with Russian officials through the Republican nomination process until June 2016. He told Congress the exchanges only lasted until January 2016. Cohen's lawyers stressed that their client has cooperated with Robert Mueller's investigation and should not be put behind bars. Under his current plea deal, Cohen faces over 4 years in prison.
The funeral and memorial services for the late George H.W. Bush, the 41st President of the United States, who died at the age of 94 late Friday night, will be held throughout the morning on Wednesday in the Capitol. The public can pay respects from 7:30 p.m. Monday to 8:45 a.m. Wednesday. Family and friends of the Bushes are invited to gather at the National Cathedral for the proper service at 11 a.m. After Bush's service in D.C., his remains will be taken via motorcade to College Station, Texas, where his wife Barbara and daughter Robin are buried. The Bush family asks that any donations be made to the George Bush School of Government and Public Service at Texas A&M University.
A magnitude 7 earthquake hit Alaska on Friday. Heavy damages hit the city of Anchorage and its surrounding area. Roadways were heavily impacted and around 30,000 residents were left without power. Several smaller quakes followed in an aftershock on Saturday. Governor-elect Mike Dunleavy took office today as his administration was already well underway repairing the destruction and restoring power. President Trump declared the Alaskan earthquake an emergency on Friday to allow federal agencies to assist with the relief efforts.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement and federal immigration authorities have been releasing thousands of families attempting to cross the southern border into the United States into Hispanic churches in the Phoenix area, and now these churches are nearly overflowing with migrants. Reports state that authorities have released about 2,500 families, totaling out to over 5,000 people. ICE officials say they lack the capacity and resources to contain the growing waves of families crossing the border daily in Arizona. These families being released reportedly have relatives in the United States that they are attempting to join, and the churches provide temporary shelter. However, it may not be too much longer before the churches cannot take in any more people.
And that's all for tonight and for the semester on PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at PSN News. Thank you for joining us.